Okay, what's happening, guys? This is Bharat Nagpal for iGyaan.in, and today we're going to be quickly reviewing the Karbonn A7 smartphone. Now, this is a budget smartphone with Android with dual SIM capabilities, running Android 2.3.6. We're going to quickly talk about this device and tell you what or how it fares in our review. So let's take a quick overview of the device first, and let's look at the features that this device has. So on the front of the device, you have a front-facing VGA camera. You have the earpiece over here. You do have a couple of sensors, not too visible on the front of the device. Below that, you have a 3.5-inch display, 320 by 480 pixel resolution. So 320 by 480, not a very high resolution display, but it's fairly decent. You have the menu button, the home button, the back button, all are touch capacitive buttons. You also have a physical hardware button, a nice tiny microphone pinhole. On the bottom of the device, you have the micro USB charging data syncing port. You have a clean right-hand side, but you do have this small tab to pull out the back cover. On the top, you have the power lock and unlock button along with the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left, your volume rockers, and that's about it. On the back, you have a 5-megapixel camera, not autofocus. You have this really nice red ring at the around the camera, the red ring bezel. You do have dual LED flash, the Karbonn logo at the bottom here, and the loudspeaker. Let me quickly get rid of the back cover. Incidentally, this back cover is white in color and it is matte finish, so zero fingerprints on this really impressive back panel. Removing the back cover, you will see a 1425 mAh battery pack, and removing the battery pack, you will see dual SIM card slots, 3G SIM card, 2G SIM card, both GSM. You do have a 32GB micro SD card slot. That's the external overview of the device. Let me quickly power it on so that I can show you what the operating system looks like. So there we go, the device has been powered on. You see the date and time information along with network information from both your cards, along with your status bar in the lock screen, lock, unlock from the side, left side, mute, unmute from the right hand side. Simply slide the slider to the right and you will see the interface. Before I talk a lot more about the interface, so that's the notification for a new email. But before I talk about the interface, I'm going to talk about the internals of the device. This device is supposedly running a 1 GHz processor. It has 512 MB of RAM inbuilt. It does have Android 2.3.6, and Karbonn does mention that it will get the Android 4.0 update. I'm a little skeptical about that, but maybe it does get it. Maybe it does actually get it. Let's talk about the interface. The interface is fairly fluid and smooth to touch. You will see that the capacitive touchscreen is really responsive. You do get 5 home screen layouts over here. No pins to zoom, no customization options for moving the pages around, but you can tap and add shortcuts, widgets, folders, wallpaper, standard Android fashion. Nothing special over there. From the top, if you pull down the notification panel, you'll see these nice quick launch widgets that you saw on the Karbonn A9 as well. You do have a notification panel. Again, your SIM card information is over here, and you can select your primary card from the top over there. You do have standard Android apps which are included on the device, along with a couple of free apps that you get, but you can download tons and tons of applications from the Google Play Store. You also have an inbuilt FM radio which will require a wired headset. One more thing to note is that in the box of the Karbonn A7 you will get a 8GB free micro SD card, so don't forget to get that once you get the device. Now the camera on this is a 5-megapixel not autofocus camera, so it's a fixed focus camera, but the camera quality is fairly decent. It's fairly fast to render images. We did see a bit of haziness around the camera and in the images, and we'll see that once you go onto the full review page on iGyaan. We'll upload a video sample and a picture sample from the camera. We don't have an SD card in there right now, but I will have images and video from this on the iGyaan review page, so go check it out. The camera app is a standard camera app, nothing special going on in there. So you have your standard camera application settings from the Android camera app. So you can download tons and tons of camera applications in case you want to replace it out with a faster, better camera application. Camera is decent, picture quality is decent, not very great. Quickly jumping into the browser, we are connected to Wi-Fi, so I'll open up iGyaan.in. And once you open up the website, you'll be quite impressed with the browser. You do get the Karbonn Smart browser on this device as well. So in case you don't like the stock browser, and I'm quite fond of the stock browser on this device, it's actually fairly smooth. But if you don't like it, you can switch to the Karbonn Smart browser, which is actually the iBrowser. It's powered by the iBrowser. It's called the Karbonn Smart browser on this device. It should load up the full website. There you go, and you can see kinetic scrolling is fairly smooth, and I'll just give it a quick whirl and you'll see that it's fairly smooth for the device. Now this device is available in the market for 7,500 rupees, and I don't think I can ask for much more than what this device is capable of. You can see pinch to zoom in is also very, very smooth. Switch the device into landscape and you'll see the same animation you saw on the A9. Very impressive animation from the browser, and overall it loads all sorts of flash content, video content, flash animation, flash websites. Everything works on this device without any problems whatsoever. I'm going to quickly jump into YouTube and stream a video off of our network, off of our channel. So while video playback, you'll notice that audio quality is very impressive. One thing that you will also notice is that color reproduction could have been much better. And in fact, I like the display on the A9 far better than on the A7. Color reproduction is not good, and you'll see an intensive blue in the video playback. So everything will turn out to look bluish on the videos. So that is something that is wrong with the screen. Video streaming itself is pretty smooth. Audio quality is impressive, and again, you can scrub through the videos and it will continue to play them, but there is a bluish tint on the screen. Pretty impressive video playback. Otherwise, audio quality is good, so you shouldn't have any issues except for the bluish tint that you see on the videos. In comparison to the A9, let me quickly put it up next to the A9 over here, and you'll see that the price difference on these two devices is about 2,000 rupees. And the two major differences that we see is the size of the display and the resolution. So this one has a 3.8-inch display with a 480 into 800 pixel resolution, whereas the Karbonn A7 has a 3.5-inch display with a 320/480 pixel resolution display. So in terms of that, both are capacitive, both are multi-touch, but the resolution on this is far better. On the back, you will see that this has a 5 megapixel camera, this has a 5 megapixel camera as well, but this one is an autofocus camera, and the A9 is a lot better built, it's a lot sleeker, and you'll see it the minute you hold it in the hand. The A9 is also a little bit heavier compared to the A7. So those are the major differences. Everything else seems to be the same. It has the same 512 MB of RAM inside, same 1 GHz processor inside, undisclosed processor, undisclosed RAM type, but both are running Android 2.3.6 with a promise to upgrade to Android 4.0. So not a lot of differences. If the screen resolution and the camera autofocus capabilities are not a big big thing for you, then you can definitely go in for the A7. So 2,000 rupee price difference, figure out whether or not you want to go in for that. One of the last things I'm going to do for this video review is I'm going to quickly run a Quadrant benchmark for you guys so that you can see what the device scores in a Quadrant benchmark. So the benchmark is done and the result is now out. Let's quickly wait for it and it'll show the result. So our device scores at 1230, that's about 400 lower than the Karbonn A9. So not only is the display better on that, the camera is better, and of course there's a little bit of performance improvement as well. This hardware button over here is used to pull out Google search. If you long press on it, you can also get some voice actions for your Android device from that button. In conclusion, the device is very well built. There is no squeaking or rattling from the device. It feels really good in the hand, and this back cover is kind of soft touch, so it feels really nice in the hand. The front glass is very fingerprint friendly and is very reflective and glossy, so if you can find an anti-glare protector, or if you can cut out a screen protector or something to fit in there, you'll actually enjoy this device a lot more. In terms of performance, it's very nice for the price it's aimed at, and the only competition that you see from this is the Micromax phones, the A73, A75, A78. But I feel that there is a lot of the processor on this, the 1 GHz processor on this actually sets it apart from all the other devices for the price bracket. It's very well built, it looks really nice, so there is a sort of better feel factor for this device, and for 7,500 rupees, I don't think you can ask for anything else. If you want a better phone, I think this looks much more nicer. It has a lot to offer in terms of additional features for the 2000 rupees. But if your budget is about 7500 rupees, I think this phone does come highly recommended, and that is the new email notification over there. We will have sample images, sample video from the camera, and we will have a full in-depth review on iGyaan, and the link to that is in the description below. So go ahead and check it out, and check out our final rating, final review on the iGyaan website. For more unboxing videos, reviews, tutorials, log on to iGyaan.in. If you have any questions, queries, leave them in the comment section below, or on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. And you can catch us there as well. Do subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaan TV. For iGyaan Networks, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.